an awesome atmosphere for a cracking cup tie. That's the way to make an impact in an Edinburgh derby in the Scottish Cup. Sam Nicholson! It's a cracker! Cummings! It's dropped in! We have a game on our hands! 4 minutes stoppage time is confirmed. This is astonishing! Paul Hanlon! A remarkable comeback from 2-0 to 2-2 for Hibs.
What a tussle that was at Tynecastle for Alan Stubbs' Hibs before they won a replay at Easter Road, en route to winning the Cup itself. They're in a different tier of the SPFL again this season, but we're not to be denied our fix of the Edinburgh Derby. Now, Hearts against Hibs for a place in the quarter-finals of the William Hill Scottish Cup. Alan Stubbs got goosebumps watching that there. Neil McCann got indigestion. Let's hear from the Hearts head coach, Ian Cathro.
Ian, this is a first experience of Edinburgh Derby for you and for 7 of your starting 11. How confident are you they can handle this occasion?
There's no doubt about that. We're talking about experienced players. Players are ready. We're all ready. There's no concern of that nature at all.
You brought Sam Nicholson in. What's your thinking behind what he can impact on the game today?
Sam's an attacking player. He's got great energy. He understands this game, and I think he can be important today.
The pitch is pretty heavy. Is it conducive to the type of game that you want your team to play today?
In these situations, the pitch is the pitch, and we want to win the game. The game will be on the pitch, so we will deal with that, and things stay the same for us. We want to win the game.
If you're to do so, what do you need to do right?
We need to play well. We need to make good decisions. I think we all, naturally you have the derby element in the opening stages of the game where we want to win the fight. We want to have the correct energy and desire and so on, and bring 17,000 people here with us throughout the game. But the most important things will be the decisions that we make to allow us to play football.
Good luck today, Ian.
Thank you.
So the pitch is the pitch. You can't argue with that. What does this fella have to do? He's anti-establishment, I suppose. What does he have to do to win over the sceptics and the cynics?
Win the game. Basically, in a nutshell. It is. In these games, it's you go into these games and there's a lot at stake. It's a fantastic game. It's a fantastic occasion, but the most important thing is to come out of it the other side, being the manager that's won the game. It really is. You go in the game, you can play awful, but as long as you win, that's all that matters.
I met Gary Mackay, the Hearts legend, this week, and he said to me that after the game that you were 2-0 down and drew, there opened up a disconnect between the Hearts supporters and the manager, Robbie Neilson, and Craig Levine on the back of that. Did you see that, and is that the importance of these games?
I think the Hearts fans probably have an element of blame towards their own side for allowing Hibs to go on and win the Cup when they had the result in their bag. And when you drop off, we did the game and they just surrendered the turf to Hibs, and when Cummins got that goal, and indeed there was only one side going on to get a second or an equaliser, Hibs, and they were that side, they were just forcing the issue. The one thing you can't do in a game of this magnitude is surrender ground and surrender a power, because a team will just roll over the top of you. Ian Cathro, to be fair, is in a position in this game that he wasn't in a couple of weeks back, without stating the absolute obvious, because I've got a lot of friends who are big Hibs fans, were absolutely buzzing when the tie came out because they thought, OK, we'll go as holders and we'll go to Tynecastle and we're going to beat them there at their home. I'm not so sure they're feeling that now, because the signings that he's made have been very good. Gonçalves in particular, Gigliolis will play in front of that back four today. He looks a real class act, the Greek internationalist, and suddenly a side has taken shape a little bit. So Ian has to get results first of all to be believable. And he's got 2 big results, the Rangers one, the Motherwell one. If he gets one today, you look at the next couple of fixtures against the sides towards the bottom of the league table, then he could start to cement his place as someone that's about to move the club forward. And I hope he gets a good crack, because I want to see him, what he does on the pitch. We talk about his interviews there, and sometimes he doesn't quite answer a question in a straight manner. He uses a lot of nice words. But I want to see what he's like as a coach. How does he change an outcome of a match if it's not going his way? How does he set a team up? How is he going to do against Celtic the next time he come to Tynecastle? All these things I'm looking forward to, but first of all, the derby. How's he going to do today? Can't wait.
Well, he's up against an experienced old derby dog in Neil Lennon. Here he is now with Charles Patterson.
Neil, you made 5 changes today. Can you talk us through your thinking behind that?
I didn't realise there was that many. Yeah, it's a derby. I've gone with experience, and it's going to be competitive and physical. The pitch will dictate that anyway. The pitch it's dry and very, very patchy, so it's going to be difficult to play, you know, conducive to good football. So I've gone big and physical, and I want us to compete.
Marciano back as well. How big a boost is that?
Yeah, I mean, Ross has done great, but we just felt with, you know, off his experience and quality, then it's a good time to bring him back. And I want to go as strong as I possibly can today, and that's what we've done.
Talking of your experience, you have players in your starting 11 who've won this tournament. You come here as the holders. How much confidence does that give your players, do you think?
Well, it certainly gives them belief, you know, but every year is different, and every challenge is different. And Hearts are a different team from last year, as are we, so form goes out the window going into the cup ties and derbies as well, so it's really difficult to predict which way the game's going to go.
All the best this afternoon.
Thanks, Charles.
Has he fallen out with you for giving him that draw?
No, not really. He'll be relishing this game. You know, he'll be really looking forward to it. It's his first taste of an Edinburgh derby, and just with his character, you know, and the way he was as a player, he'll be really looking forward to this.
Was he really brave? You can see the Hibs fans there holding off the inflatable Scottish Cups. Well, they never thought they would do it in their lifetime, some of them, if they were over the age of, what, 10? Was it brave of him to go in there after you'd done that?
I suppose when you look at it, Neil had, you know, he'd left Bolton and he was looking for another opportunity, and I've got to say, sometimes you can go into a club and it's a bit of a mess and you've got a real job in your hands, whereas the club's really well run, you know, and it was just about continuity with Neil at that time, you know, taking over.
Yeah, but he's turned to your old striker, Jason Cummins. He didn't start the game against Ayr United, obviously, last week, and he came on. And the one thing about Jason Cummins is he's always going to guarantee you a goal. Loves scoring at Tynecastle, loves scoring against Hearts. And when you've got someone at your disposal like Jason Cummins, I think he has to play. He's chosen him today. He's talking about going big and physical. He'll have to be, because Hearts, I disagree with when he was talking about form going into derbies. I believe form is absolutely relevant, and this could be an absolute cracker today, honestly.
And Jason Cummins has scored in the last 4 Edinburgh derbies. He starts the game today. There's the Jambos fans. Derby day is always epic in Edinburgh. They pump it up even more for the cup. Hibs are the holders, Hearts in the league above them, and so there's a lot on the line at Tynecastle. And kick-off is next. Day, and Budge, the chairman, being presented there with a cheque for £1 million by Stuart Wallace of the Foundation of Hearts. The fans have raised £1 million. Just 11 million more, and she'll be able to pay for that brand new stand at the building at the moment. Hibs persevered for 114 years, and they finally won the Scottish Cup last year. Surely they won't let it slip from their grasp against city rivals Hearts. And it is absolutely rocking at Tynecastle. I'm joined by Alan Stubbs, Hibernian Scottish Cup winning manager, and a cup winner with Hearts, Neil McCann. Is it unthinkable, Stubbsy, for Hibernian to wait 114 years to win the cup and then to lose it at Tynecastle?
Yeah, it would be. This is their worst scenario, you know, for the Hibs fans today. But I tell you what, sometimes football has a habit of throwing up ironic situations, and you know, I said to someone today, you wait 114 years for one.
Yeah.
You know, if we can come through this, a draw would be a great result for Hibs today, I think.
The flip side is that Hearts will want to get some revenge, and it'll be really interesting to see how Aaron Hughes deals with the organisational side of the Hearts defence, to deal with Holt, the physicality of Holt, and of course the goal threat of Cummins. And if they can get that right today, I think Hearts have got the players that can hurt Hibs. Walker is going to be key.
And there's a Scottish Cup winning captain, Scottish Cup winning goal scorer as well at Hampden Park last year, David Gray. Let's get going. Remember, the draw for the quarterfinals follows Rangers Morton later this afternoon here in Sky Sports. Let's join our commentators Andy Walker and Ian Crocker.
For the 7th time in 11 years, these capital city neighbours meet